The Ministry of Highways and Road Development presented a supplementary estimate of 65,000 million rupees to Parliament today.
57,131 million rupees of the supplementary budget presented by Leader of the House Minister Lakshman Kiriyella is allocated for the development of highways. 55,818 million rupees will be allocated to settle the foreign debt obtained to construct the expressways. 6,044 million rupees has been allocated for road development. Meanwhile, approval was also sought from Parliament to increase the limit to obtain foreign loans up to Rs 480 billion of the Active Liability Management Act.
I would first like to move a resolution under Section 3 of the Active Liability Management Act number 8 of 2018 that this Parliament resolves that a sum not exceeding 480 billion may be raised by way of loans in or outside Sri Lanka for such purposes specified in the provisions of the Active Liability Management Act number 8 of 2018.
The MCC Compact has approved an amount of 480 million US dollars, which is the equivalent of approximately 85 billion rupees. Issuing a letter to Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, newly appointed CEO Sean Cairncross of the Millennium Challenge Corporation has encouraged continued leadership of the Prime Minister to advance their shared goals of promoting growth and reducing poverty for the Sri Lankan people. The letter, which has been copied to US Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Elena Teplitz, further says that MCC remains committed to advancing the proposed $480 million compact that their government have jointly developed to address major constraints in the Sri Lankan economy related to transport and land administration. Whilst the American agency MCC has stated that this is to develop transportation and administer lands, Sri Lanka's finance minister avers in Parliament that Sri Lanka requires a whopping 480 billion rupees. The MCC Compact has identified funding matters that are far less important than the pressing issues faced by Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's agriculture, irrigation, water, sanitation, education and healthcare sectors are in urgent need of development. Sri Lanka's exports and tourism industry requires urgent attention too. Perhaps the MCC should make available this 85 billion rupees to Minister of Finance Mangala Samaravira in order that the 480 billion borrowing requirement is reduced appropriately. That could be considered a real benefit. Over to you, Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance.